Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to discuss a very popular JavaScript machine round interview question. So let's understand what the question is. So we have to create a progress bar that shows the users how far they have scrolled down the page. So let's suppose you have this page in your website and you have to create a progress bar which will be there at the top of the page and which will show how far the user have scrolled. Let's suppose I am at the mid of the page, so that progress bar will be filled up to 50%, and that shows the user that they have scrolled 50% of the page, right? So let's deep dive into the code editor and see how we can create it. And please watch the video till the end. We will also be creating a reusable component of this feature. Okay, so let's see how we can do this. So let's first create a div, give it a class name, like progress bar, and inside it create another div. Let's give it a id of progress bar fill. Now let's time to give it some styling. So the class name is progress bar. Its position is going to be fixed because it will be at the top of the page. So top is going to be 0, left is also going to be 0. Now width will be 100% because it will be uh, it will take the full width of the page. And let's give it some height of 5 px, and also we should give it a z index of like 999 of maximum value which it can have. And let's give it some background color of a very light background color. So yeah, if you can see, here is we have a line here of 5 pixels. Now let's try to style the progress bar fill div. Progress bar fill. Now its width initially will be 0 because initially 0% of the page will be scrolled, right? Now its height will be 100%, which is obviously going to be 5 px. And now let's give it some background color. Uh, let's give it some bluish background. 7BFF. Okay, we will not see anything. So just to test it out, so let's give it a width of 10%. Yeah, we are here. Now time to write some JavaScript code to attach to link the functionality, right? So now first let's uh, attach a event listener to the document of the page on scroll, and attach a function to it, handle progress bar. Now create this function handle progress bar. Okay, now what we need a scroll top, which is going to be document element dot scroll top. Just give me 2-3 minutes and we will discuss all these properties in detail. What is scroll top, what is client height, what is scroll height. Now scroll height is going to be document element dot scroll height, which is that this is the total height of the page, and we will subtract the client height, which is the height of your window or your viewport height. Document height dot client height, right? Now scroll percentage will be, okay, let's first discuss what these two things are. So let's suppose this is your page. So this black box is the height of your window or the height of your screen, right? And this orange box is the total page you have, total height of the page you have. So this black box, the height of this black box is called as client height, which we are accessing through document element dot client height. And this orange box, the height of this orange box is known as scroll height, document element dot scroll height. So what we essentially need is, so let's suppose initially this page is going to be like this, right? and the scroll height is this. So this much portion of the page will always going to be visible. The scroll bar is applied for this part of the page, right? Because this cannot be fit in the first viewport. So how much page do we need to scroll is our scroll height, right? Which is going to be total scroll height, like total height of the page minus the client height. So this is what we have done. Scroll height, the total height of the page minus the client height. This is the total scroll height we need to cover, right? And what is scroll top? Let's suppose if a user scrolls the page up a little bit, so this shifts this page somewhat like this, right? So the portion of the page which has been scrolled up is known as scroll top. So we will need to subtract this once the user starts scrolling, right? To update our width of the progress bar. So this is what we will gonna do. So scroll percentage is going to be scroll top divided by scroll height and multiplying it by 100. Obviously now we just need to set the width of the progress inner bar. Is we can grab it using document.getElementById by id dot style dot width is going to be scroll percentage. We will need to give it in percentage, obviously. uh, Percentage. Now this should work, right? Okay, so this has started working. So when I start scrolling the page, and this is the progress bar we were trying to create, right? So this is the feature we were asked to build. So now let's try to create a React component for this, right? So let's jump into code sandbox. Okay, let's create a new directory. It's always a good practice to create a new directory for your components. Let's create linear progress bar .js. Uh, const linear progress bar is equal to an arrow function export default linear progress bar. This will going to return a div, right? And what will this return? This will, the DOM will consist of this part, right? This much. Now let's create a CSS file for this. Linear progress bar dot module dot css, and what styling we need to provide is this much only. Right, now link this css file to this. Import dot slash progress bar dot module dot css, right? So let's test this out, if it's working or not. Linear progress bar. Okay, if I give it 10% of, okay, I think the css part is not working right now. Okay, so the module thing was not working, so I have modified it for now. Let's reset the width to 0. Now we need to write the JavaScript, right? So let's create a use effect which will run when the component gets mounted, right? So let's pass a dependency array. Now we can use the same JavaScript we did here. Control C and Control V. So okay, because this currently do not have any scroll, so we need to add some scrolling effect over here. So let's give it a min height of 150 VH. I think this should work. Okay, we haven't attached the event listener, right? So in the use effect, we just need to actually attach the event listener only. Document dot add event listener, scroll event listener, and this will going to handle progress bar, right? And we can just create a function over here, const handle progress bar, or we can create it inside the use effect as well. Const handle progress bar is going to be something like this. We cannot access. Okay, it has started working. We need to remove the event listener once the components get unmounted as well. So document dot remove event listener on scroll handle progress bar. Remove event listener. Right. So it has started working. Also in React we tend to use ref. So you can use ref instead of this document dot get element by ID also. So that's it. I think that's it from my side. Thank you for watching the video.